Good morning, students. Today I will discuss half yearly portion, a new chapter. I will start today. Before that, I will discuss now a unit test question paper. Okay, for 10 minutes I will discuss unit test question paper. After that, I will start new chapter. Okay, and already given everybody given exam very nice. Very easy paper, no? I will make very easy paper. Okay, and one sum. So I am giving only one sum. So completed sum I will discuss now. Okay. See, one by one I am discussing. First one, a rational number between -1 and -2 is dash. Okay. All of you done? All of you know what is the answer? -1 and -2. Okay, in between -1 and -2, one rational number is -3/2. Okay, we write -1 -2 by 2, that is -3/2, that is -1.5. See, if we write here, suppose this is 0, this is -1, this is -2. In between -1 -2 minus 1.5 is there. Okay, so answer is minus 1.5. Question number 1. Question number 2, sum of the least whole number. Okay, sum of the least whole number and the least natural number is dash. So all of you know least whole number. Least whole number is 0. Okay, and least natural number is 1. Okay, their sum is 1 plus 0 equal to 1. So the sum is 1 plus 0 equal to 1. Okay, now question number 3. See, question number 3, the greatest power of the variable in a polynomial is called its dash. The greatest power. Suppose I am writing one polynomial. Suppose x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So it is a polynomial. Okay. All the powers, see, 3, 2, 1. Here 0 is there. So all are non-negative integer. Okay. So its power 3, its power 2. Here is 1. Here is 0. Okay. The greatest power of the variable in a polynomial is called its degree. So this is the power, this also power. Okay, so it's called, answer is degree. Okay, answer is degree. Okay, now the diagonal of a parallelogram, the diagonal of a parallelogram dash each other. The diagonal of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, all of you know parallelogram, the figure is, say, this figure, this parallelogram is there. Okay, opposite sides are parallel here also and also equal. Okay, so if A, B, C, D is a parallelogram, we can write AD parallel BC, AB parallel, so BA parallel CD, you can write BA parallel CD. And diagonal, if we join C, these two diagonal, so this is bisect each other, bisect. Okay, this if we, this is O, so this OC equal to OA and OD equal to OB. Okay, OD equal to OB. So the diagonal of a parallelogram, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, bisect each other. Now question number 5, if a polyhedron has 7 faces and 10 vertices, then the number of edges, all of you know the formula, E plus 2 equal to F plus V. Okay, F faces, here faces 7 plus 10 equal to 7, right, A plus V equal to E plus 2. All of them the Euler's formula. Thus you put the value. The Euler's formula A plus B equal to E plus 2. So here you put the value B, here 10, AB is given 7. 7 plus 10 equal to E plus 2. That is 17 minus 2 equal to E. That is equal to 15. Okay, H is equal to 15. Okay. Now question number 6. How many congruent isosceles triangle does a square pyramid have? So answer is 4. 4 congruent isosceles triangle. Okay, 4 congruent isosceles triangle. Next one, number of endpoints of a line segment. Okay, all of you know line, ray, line segment. I already previous class discussed. So line segment having 2 line segment. Okay, a line segment having 2 endpoint. 2 endpoint. Okay. Now multiplicative identity. All of you know discuss. I already discussed. Multiplicative identity of a rational number is 1. Multiplicative identity of a rational number is 1. Okay. All of you know, suppose P by P is a rational number, Q not equal to 0. Okay. If we multiply by Q by P, we will get 1. Okay. So 1 is called multiplicative identity. Okay. And 1 already given, 1 property is there. All of you know commutative property, associative property, distributive property. Okay. I am writing 1 property. One property is there. A into B plus C. Sorry, A plus. Okay. Equal to A plus B plus C. So this property is known as associative property. Okay. A in plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. So this property is known as associative property. Okay. Here 4 options are there: commutative property, associative property, distributive property, and all of these. So answer is associative property. Okay. Now this is very important sum. I have already discussed in one class. I took this is very important sum is there. Say 3x plus 1 by 2x. So 3x, see 3x plus 1 by 2x equal to 6. Then the value of 4x square plus 1 by 9x square. 4x square plus 1 by 9x square. See here 4x, we know 2x whole square. Here is 1 by 3x whole square. But here interchange is given. Okay. See here 3x 1 by 2x. Okay. So you have to multiply it. See 3x plus 1 by 2x equal to 6 is given. So you multiply by 2 by 3 both the sides. 2 by 3 into 3x plus 1 by 2x. 6 into 2 by 3. Okay. See our target is there. Here 4x, that is 2x whole square. Okay. Find out here 2x whole square. So if we multiply 2 by 3 both the sides, this expression both the sides 2 by 3. So multiply 2 by 3 to 3x, that is twice x. Now 2 by 3 into 1 by 2x, 2 to cancel. So 1 by 3x. Okay. 1 by 3x equal to here 4. Now squaring both sides. Squaring both sides. 2x, that is 4x square, 1 by 9x square plus 2ab, 2 into 2x into 1 by 3x equal to 16. This part squaring both the sides, all of you know a plus b whole square formula, a square plus 2ab plus b square, or a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, same formula. So write 4x square 1 by 3x whole square, that is 1 by 9x square. Here 2ab equal to 16. This x cancel, so write 4x square plus 1 by 9x square equal to 16 minus 4 by 3. 16, 48 minus 4, that is 44 by 3. Okay, 44 by 3. So here 44 by 3 options are there. So answer is 44 by 3. Okay. So here question paper is very easy paper. I think everybody will get 20 marks. Any doubt? Okay, very good. Now I'll discuss now, just I explaining our half yearly portion. Okay, now I am explaining our half yearly portion. Look at here. In half yearly portion, circle is there. Okay, circle. How to define circle? Okay, anybody? Listen now. See, in a plane, okay, suppose one point is there. This is the fixed point. Okay, a point moves in such a way that the distance from the fixed point to the moving point is always same. Suppose a point is here, one point is there. If you count this distance is always same. Suppose the position is there, again the position is there, again the position is there. This position is there, the position is there, the position is there. So this point moves is like that. The figure, the locus, that is the path covered by the point. The set of all points lie between this point here. One point, many points are there, no? Okay, so the point, this is the fixed point, no change. The fixed point, a point moves in such a way that the distance from the fixed point to the moving point is always same. Then the locus of the point, the locus means the path covered by the point. The path is covered by the point is called, okay, circle is there. Okay, one figure, bounded figure is coming. Okay, so this figure is known as circle. See, this figure, see, this figure, this is the center. If you take any point here, okay, suppose PB any point, this is fixed point O. Take any point here, any point here, any point. Okay, so the distance is same, no change. The distance is same. So the fixed distance, the distance is called its radius. The fixed point O is called its center. Okay, the fixed point, and the distance from fixed point to the moving point. This point is moving point. Okay, the point moves here. The distance from the fixed point is always same. Then this distance is called its radius. Okay, this distance is called its radius. That is, we can write OP, it radius. Okay, OP radius. And what is diameter? So diameter is their greatest chord of a circle. Greatest chord. What is chord? What is chord? Okay. See, I am saying what is chord? See, what is chord? What is the greatest chord? Look at here. Suppose, see this figure. This circle is there. Say any 2-point line segment. So this is the line segment. You join A, B. The line segment intersect. See, A and B in the circle A and B. Okay, the line segment joining 2 points are there. A and point on the circle, B also point on the circle. The line segment joining between the point each called its chord. That is AB, right? AB chord. The greatest chord which passes through the center. Suppose this is the center. So you join here. See, this is the center. P, suppose Q. This is the greatest chord which passes through the center. Okay. So PQ is called its diameter. Right. PQ here. This is PQ is called diameter. Okay. Diameter. PQ is called diameter. Now, what is the relation between? What is the relation between radius and diameter? Okay. So you look at here. You put this is called, this is fixed point. This is O. This is center. So this is OP radius. This also OP radius. Half. Radius is half of diameter. Okay. So this is O. So radius R denoted by the symbol R. So OP equal to half of P cube. That is radius. Very important. We keep always keep in mind. Diameter equal to 2 into radius. Okay. Diameter equal to 2 into radius, or radius equal to half of diameter. Radius equal to half of diameter. Okay. Now arc. Look at here. Arc. Part of that whole figure. Look at here. This figure, this boundary. This is the one boundary is there. This boundary is known as circumference. Okay. This whole boundary, the path. Okay. So whole path each called its circumference. Okay. Right. Here is right. Circumference. Okay. Now, if we take any point, suppose one arc is there, part of a circumference, it's called its arc. So this is arc. See this part. Suppose MN. So this is arc. Okay, this is arc. Okay. Now, if we join the center here, this is arc. Just join the center. One angle is formed. Angle subtended by an arc. Angle subtended by an arc. This angle also we can say central angle. This angle is called central angle or angle of center. If you write, suppose MON. MON is called angle of center or central angle. Okay. One relation is there, I will discuss later. Just keep in mind, arc form an angle at the center. Okay, see, both the radius, both are equal, both are equal. So this angle is known as central angle. Okay, central angle. Okay, this angle or angle subtended by an arc, angle subtended by an arc. Okay, now next one, suppose this is diameter, see, one part, half part. This arc is a half part of whole circle. Okay, so this part is called semicircle. Okay, after this part, you remove this part. So this part is known as semicircle. Okay, understood? This part is known as, if we remove this part, suppose I am moving shape, look at here, remove this part. So this part is known as semicircle. Angle in semicircle is always 90 degree. Keep in mind. See, suppose any point you take, suppose PB any point, suppose this is AB, diameter, you join here. Okay, so this angle is known as, here, angle in semicircle. So this angle is 90 degree. Keep in mind, angle in semicircle is 90 degree. Keep in mind, very important. Okay, short type question come. Suppose angle in semicircle 90 degree, 45 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree. Which option is correct? 90 degree. Yes, 90 degree is correct. So angle in semicircle is 90 degree. Okay. Okay. How to prove? Okay. Prove I will see in next class. I will discuss. Okay. Not now. Proof I will discuss how to prove angle in semicircle is 90 degree. Okay. So next class I will discuss. Okay. Okay. No more today. Bye.